Coming up in Our News Weekend, COVID-19 cases continue to climb on Grand Bahama. We've got the story. How one company is looking to ensure no family goes hungry for Thanksgiving. Plus, Sawyer Boy ventures into stand-up comedy.
Our News is brought to you by Alive.
Welcome to Our News, the Weekend Edition. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kyle Joaquin. Topping news tonight, the Ministry of Health reported 40 new coronavirus cases yesterday, pushing the total to 7,726. Of the new cases, 23 were on Grand Bahama, 11 on New Providence, 3 on Exuma, 2 on Abaco, and 1 on Eleuthera. The Ministry of Health have also classified 7 deaths that were under investigation as COVID-19 related on the island of Grand Bahama, including a 42-year-old woman who died on November 1st. The other 6 deaths occurred between October 21st to November 9th. There are 1,676 active cases. 5,334 people have recovered from the virus. Well, as the numbers continue to drop, infectious disease expert Dr. Nakia Forbes says there could be several reasons why. Georgia Bain has a story.
Amid a decline in new COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations, Director of the National HIV, AIDS, and Infectious Disease Program, Dr. Nakia Forbes, said the ministry should take a deeper look at the possible causes of the decrease, as there could be several contributing factors.
It could be that cases are going down. One of the large groups of people who need to get a COVID test is people who have symptoms. So if you do have less people with symptoms, then there would be less people who are seeking a test. If you do have less COVID in country, then that means there would be less contacts. Because remember, close high-risk contacts is another group of people who need to get a COVID test. And so it follows that if there is less COVID, there's less contacts, there could be less testing done. But we do need to seriously look at other reasons why that could be happening.
The total number of COVID-19 cases has surpassed 7,000. Though New Providence has recorded a decrease in new cases, a spike in cases on Eleuthera and Exuma prompted Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis to impose full weekend lockdowns and a curfew on those islands beginning this week. Forbes questioned if restrictive measures may be hindering access to COVID testing.
Is it related to decreased access during lockdown times? Is it that people have shorter amount of times during after work hours to get things done, and prioritizing testing may be different than when the economy and the country was fully open with no lockdowns? I'm just putting forward ideas. Could it be that this antigen testing, that people are taking advantage of the cheaper antigen testing, which the antigen testing is really for symptomatic persons? It's not for just, I want to go and do a COVID test. So does that have something to do with the offset and a decrease in the number of cases?
Forbes said another factor to consider is whether some people who may be infected are choosing to self-medicate if they are only exhibiting mild symptoms.
Is it that persons have mild symptoms and they're choosing not to come forward to do a test? But I think that we need to know. The scientific community needs to know, and we do need to assess what is happening with this trend in the reduction in the number of cases, so that we're fully informed and know how to manage the outbreak.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Georgia Bain.
Police need your help with catching culprits responsible for 2 armed robberies. In the first incident, a man walking along Andrews Avenue around 11 a.m. yesterday was accosted by 3 men in a black Japanese vehicle who robbed him of a backpack, cash, cell phone, and other items. In the second incident, a man was parked at the intersection of Sea Link Drive and Blue Hill Road yesterday afternoon when he was accosted by 2 men who robbed him of his 2010 Toyota Passo, cash, and a collection of iPhones. Police eventually found the vehicle abandoned. Investigations into both matters are ongoing. Well, flooding in Pinewood could soon be a thing of the past, according to that area's MP, Ruben Ramming. The long-standing issue will be addressed after the testing of a new flood remediation system. The pilot project, Ramming said, shows progress and presents hope for residents.
I know what it is to wake up in the morning, jump out of my bed, and there's a knee-high water in there, and I actually thank God that the breaker tripped. Because I say, what if my kids jumped out of this bed in the middle of the night like I did? I had to abandon a house because of flooding. It can't happen again. So I know what's going on. I don't play with their feelings when it comes to that. I don't talk until I know. This year in the budget, monies are set aside for testing a pilot project in New Providence of flood remediation systems, because the digging drainage wells won't cut it anymore.
The Pinewood MP said the government has committed funding for the project once the pilot program is complete.
The government is committed that once the pilot test is done in real life, and this satisfies us, they will find the money and roll it out throughout New Providence, which inclusive of Pinewood. Pinewood is not the only area that suffer flooding. We're just the star of flooding. So this meeting is for the constituents to be updated with real information, direct information, not from the MP, from the Ministry of Works.
More than $20 million has been paid out to Grand Bahamians through the National Insurance Board to assist those affected by Hurricane Dorian and the COVID-19 pandemic. Minister of State for Grand Bahama, Kwesi Thompson, outlined how the government's unemployment assistance program has helped.
Assistance associated with Hurricane Dorian unemployment alone amounted to some $3.9 million in Grand Bahama. The government's special unemployment assistance provided some $2.3 million of assistance in Grand Bahama. To date, some $20.5 million has been paid out through NIB in Grand Bahama to assist residents affected by Hurricane Dorian and by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Over 20,000 people have benefited from the food assistance program, which Thompson said has been instrumental in helping families over the past 6 months.
In total, 35,981 food vouchers were distributed across Grand Bahama during the first phase of the project or the program, which recently was concluded in October 31st. This number represents some 6,690 homes that received assistance. The household count of 6,690 is also based on an average of 4 persons per household, which totals some 26,760 persons who would have benefited from this program.
But Thompson said the island is still in rebuilding mode more than a year after Hurricane Dorian.
We are rebuilding physical buildings, rebuilding businesses, rebuilding roads, and most importantly, we are rebuilding people and rebuilding lives.
Over 100 students have signed a petition to return to the classroom. Organizer Chelsea Gibson tells our Jillian Gray that the virtual system is simply not working for students in New Providence, and they want to return to face-to-face instruction.
From crowded online classes to distractions in the home, Chelsea Gibson said she organized a change.org petition to get students back in the classroom because the virtual learning system is too stressful.
When we try to join our classes, it's maybe too full for us, so we can't join. And second, if we join, it's a lot of students, so we wouldn't be able to hear what the teacher's saying or learn anything.
The 11th grade R.M. Bailey student said some of her classmates don't have devices, while others are constantly disturbed by others at home. Though she is eligible to take the BGCSE in grade 11, she said she opted not to, as she was afraid to sign up for fear she'd fail after learning nothing in the virtual classroom.
I choose not to because of the simple fact that I can't learn anything. So it would be hard for me to try and take an exam when I can't learn anything.
The problem, which is affecting hundreds of students, can be fixed, according to Gibson, who suggested ways students in New Providence can return safely.
Even if we don't go back to school every day, some days we can go and learn, and then some days we could be online. It doesn't even have to be every day, just some days. For hard classes like physics, chemistry, classes like that, we can't learn over a computer.
And according to one union representative, it can be done. Grand Bahama, where they've blended virtual and face-to-face instruction, is a model that can be used, according to Teachers Union Area Vice President Quintin LaRota, who said he will fight strongly against virtual learning becoming the new normal.
I think that Grand Bahama has shown a model where it could work, and it's shown that it's possible. The research that I've seen said that kids learn 64% less virtually than in person.
Education Minister Jeff Lloyd applauded the students for organizing the petition, and he said he stands with them as he, too, is anxious for them to return to the classroom.
I cannot wait for us to get into a situation in all of our islands, in all of our schools, where our students can go back to school into the brick and mortar, into that physical engagement with their instructors and facilitators, because we know for most of our students, that's how best they learn.
Lloyd added that ministry officials are having conversations daily with health experts to see how and when all students can return to the classroom. Reporting for Our News Weekend, I'm Jillian Gray.
Still to come, one company looking to ensure no family goes without for Thanksgiving. And later on, our Sunday feature takes a look at Sawyer Boy and his venture into stand-up comedy. Stay tuned.
Just when you thought the year would end drought, Rev came through with Magic and Holiday Cheer. Our cashback will double, making more spirits rise, with chances to spin and with a dope random prize. The rules are quite simple. You can find them online. Just sign up for Trio and pay your Rev bill on time. Our grocery store dash is sure to bring smiles as 16 lucky winners tear through the aisles. Call 601-8992 or visit rev.vs/promotions to find out how you can win with Rev's Field of Magic giveaway. Rev, you and us, together.
You're watching Our News. Welcome back. With Thanksgiving just a week away, one company's looking to help ensure that no family goes without a hot meal. Showman E-Bistro and its Bless a Family initiative is looking to do just that.
There's obviously you have flour, there's sugar.
But this is just the start. At the end, it's going to be pockets just like that over there.
Yes, so this is just the beginning process.
After springing into action at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, offering boxes of meals for families, Showman E-Bistro is looking to ensure no family goes without a hot meal for Thanksgiving.
So you can feed a family of 4 persons, and of course that's for 7 dinner nights. So 7 nights worth of dinners. Now, depending on how you distribute the package, certainly you can get more out of it. If you're sticking to international standards in terms of how you portion the meals out, you definitely can get more.
For $40, you can send that box of food items where the families can prepare the meal themselves with recipes to assist that will last them for 7 days. Usually, Showman's boxes are around $120 and comes with all the items needed to make some pretty unique meals.
We start the process by assembling all of the items that are in the box. This would include dry goods for this particular side of the process. Also, we would have included the meat toward the end because it's a frozen item.
And we ventured off into the freezer.
So again, it's about giving back. It's about being able to provide for those that are less fortunate. So what we do is we plan ahead. Obviously, we knew that we wanted to start this campaign. So if you take a look and see, we're already stocked up and ready to go. So you have the meat in place. As we mentioned, those boxes are just currently being assembled. But the finished product will be whereby it has these lovely turkeys. We would have already pre-ordered 400 turkeys. And so those boxes would be absolutely wonderful.
Morrison says as we get into the more festive time of the year where families want to be together, he hopes everyone remembers those having a hard time and blesses the family.
We've gotten a number of calls from persons that are interested in giving back. We welcome those calls. We encourage persons to continue to call in. Bahamian people are certainly persons that enjoy their traditions and their holidays. And so during this time of the year, if it is in your ability to do so, give us a call. It's 801-7751. The email address or the website is www.showmanibistro.com. You can go there. You can pay for the box in advance. We'll deliver it wherever it has to go.
As holiday shopping begins to ramp up, one entrepreneur has launched a new online site to make holiday shopping hassle-free and socially distant. Pretty Fancy gift shop owner Darielle Burrows says the business started because of her love for gifts and the need to get good gifts for the holidays while minimizing physical contact.
I have a silent partner who also loves gifts, and basically I made like a little bundle for her birthday, and then she made the same thing for my birthday, and she was like, why don't we make this a business? And so it kind of took off from there. And just in time, we wanted to do it just in time for the holiday season because I am like the last Christmas enthusiast, and people have been feeling really like sad, basically, or that they wouldn't be able to give the kind of gifts that they want to give. So we're just so excited that we were able to launch just in time to make sure that people can get the perfect gifts for the holidays.
From perfumes to coffee mugs, tie sets to electronic corkscrews, Borough says they desire to provide extraordinary high-end gifts and the ordinary knickknacks. Though couples' gifts and Christmas pajamas are among the popular items, Borough said they have something for everyone.
Start to finish, purchase, set up your delivery time. You know, if you want to send somebody a gift too, it's not just flowers that you can send. So I've already done for a customer where they purchased online with us and I delivered to their loved one, so they didn't have to leave the house and they were able to give a special gift.
When our news comes back from the break, our Sunday feature takes a look at Sawyer Boy and his venture into stand-up comedy. Stay tuned. After years of making people laugh online, well-known comedian Sawyer Boy is trying something new, doing stand-up comedy. He's tonight's Sunday feature.
Look, we began by this pink and white house. This pink and white house where I kicked my voice cut up.
Talking about everything from growing up broke on Hawkins Hill to making it through the time of COVID-19. Tamiko Sawyer, also known as Sawyer Boy, is looking to make you laugh for an hour straight in his first stand-up comedy special.
And it's just me on the stage talking, no video, no cut-ins, no change to no characters, and not just me and my socially distanced audience.
According to Sawyer, no joke is off limit.
I see people get shoot before and they lose the sound of their voice. Like I hear them say, "Ah! Ah!" You get hit inside the tub.
I used to get beaten a lot. Like I used to get beaten a lot. Not no drop cord type beating, no broomstick type beating, just beaten. So I talk about that. I talk about growing up being broke and having to, like, being broke costs you the life. And some people don't know that yet until you actually think about it. You get caught up in situations where you find out that you lying, but you lying because you don't want nobody to know you broke.
Sawyer got a small group of his family and those who live in the area for one socially distant recording, set to make you laugh till you cry.
So especially for people, humans who overseas, I think that's something that they really would enjoy too, just for the mere fact that they're not here. You know what I mean? And so they kind of, when you move overseas, you kind of have more appreciation for the Bahamas than people that actually here, because we're here.
The show premieres Wednesday, December 2nd at 8 p.m. To purchase your $10 ticket ahead of time to watch, log on to sawyerboy.com.
Leading up to the event, you'll get the link. And once you get the link, all you gotta do is click it. You don't have to download nothing. You have to sign into nothing. Once you click the link, it automatically takes you to the platform that we're using, and people will be able to live chat with everybody in there. So I'll be in there live chatting too.
You couldn't catch COVID in the 80s? Wait, if COVID had come in the 80s with my Grammy, me and COVID would be in washing dishes together. I can't stand at the food store by myself, COVID. I could go with him. No, stay inside. Make me some tea and make sure you bring it on a saucer.
But yeah, the comedy show, it could be dead funny. It could be dead funny, and I would advise everybody to check it out. Let your Grammy watch it too, because Grammys love me.
Who gave us our quote of the week? That's coming up when Our News returns.
This is a huge deal. NFL Sunday Ticket is back, only with Rev Trio. All day football, all day Sunday. Enjoy all the benefits of Trio with a huge extra. Never miss a game with NFL Sunday Ticket, included in your Rev Trio bundle. All you have to do is opt in. TV, phone, and internet starting at just $99. Call 601-8992 to sign up now. Visit www.rev.bs/promotions for details.
We've come to that part of Our News where we take a look back at some of the more memorable quotes of the week. Number 3 comes from Atlanta's President Audrey Oswald after the announcement that the resort will bring back 3,000 employees for phase 1 of its reopening on December 10th.
It's been a very long, tough road, difficult times for everybody. Atlantis is not unique to this situation. But for our team members, we're thrilled to be able to be bringing so many of them back to work on December 10th. We only wish we could bring all of them back much sooner.
Number 2 comes from an Eleuthera businessman who was disappointed in the Prime Minister's decision to impose tighter restrictions on the mainland instead of all the Eleuthera Keys.
Even if we had 60 cases on an island over 100 miles long, you know how far and far between those cases actually are. And Spanish Rails with over 20 cases and basically the size of Blair is not locked down. Make it make sense.
But our quote of the week comes from Senators Carl Bethel and Fred Mitchell during a heated exchange in the Senate over who broke emergency orders.
What he was photographed in was not a hotel restaurant. I'm on a point of order. Okay, that was on the Alakaya Strip. I know that restaurant. He broke it, and he was sitting there with his mask under his chin, talking with someone, some man, who don't live with him.
No law. I broke no law. And this is a red herring. What I asked the minister is, will he explain the conduct of this infamous wedding which has taken place? This ain't about me. It's got nothing to do with me.
Well, thank you for joining us for Our News Weekend. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Kyle Joaquin. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Have a good Sunday evening, mamas.